Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Dror Medalion, and I'm bitJob's CEO and co-founder. I'm super excited. I'm very anxious to get started because today this video is all about the beta version of the bitJob platform. For the first time ever, I'm going to share live on screen some of our best features, some of the amazing capabilities and functionalities our devoted dev team have been working on for the past 10 months now. So before we just dive in, I want to say thank you. I want to say that we honestly appreciate you guys in the Telegram channel, in our Twitter and Facebook accounts for being so patient with us. It's been a long journey, but the bitJob beta is scheduled to be released in the next few weeks. And I'm going to talk about it at the end of this video, okay? So guys, stay tuned. Let's just dive in, okay? Okay, guys, so let's do it. You guys are now seeing the website, official website of bitJob.io, and I'm going to jump into our platform in a minute. I'm going to show you a full cycle, a full scenario, which a student can register, create his profile, basically search for a job or for a specific employer, and then fulfill it and get paid for it, okay? The employer, on the other end, he can list a job, he can find the relevant student based on a specific skill set, and at the end, he can hire someone and pay him according to his fulfillment. So basically, this is the whole cycle. I'm going to show you some of that cycle and some other features as well. Okay, so let's just jump in here. Okay, so you can see the official web page of the beta, and this beta version has a web page specifically for visitors which are not registered. And the reason for that, we honestly wanted to let the visitors have a complete or almost complete experience and let them see the job listing offering, let them see the student, the quality students and the quality freelancers we have registered in our platform even before they are going through the registration process themselves. And this is why we've come up with this search bar, and very wide search bar, so visitors can search for jobs and for students even before they are registered to our platform. And that was a request from our testers community, and I'm very proud to allow this option, okay? So you can see that underneath the buttons of the registration, we have some partners list right here. We have many more partners, obviously. We have dozens of them. They will all show up right here in this scrolling bar from left to right. Just beneath that, we have some informative text about us, about the platform. Just beneath that, we have some categories. So the visitors will basically know what kind of top categories we have in our platform, what kind of jobs they can find here before they are registered. Okay, I will dive into those right after we will move to the next screen. So on the upper section, you can see that we have the About Us pages and the jobs, blog posts, frequent asked questions, and also the contact page. Let me talk a bit about the registration buttons. So you can basically choose if you want to register as a student or if you want to register as an employer. And of course, if you want to log in case you are already registered. And it's very important to understand that what we've done here, it's a very time-consuming effort for any user to register to a new platform, right? You probably understand that because I will show you in a minute, you will have to fulfill your profile and resume and experience and skill set and things you like to do. So all of those text and information can be pulled from one of your other social accounts. So if you choose to do that, only if you choose to do that, we can take some of that information and picture and profile data from Facebook or LinkedIn. Okay, so let's just have an example, and let's say I'm a student and my name is Sophia, and Sophia would like to join the bitJob platform. Sophia would like to find relevant job to her skill set and experience, okay? So what we've done here, we prepared up front, obviously for this video, we prepared a dashboard for Sophia, and Sophia is registered, same as I showed you, she just registered right here. and she got this amazing new dashboard. Okay, it's a completely different dashboard from what you've seen, but it has some similar points to it. Okay, the upper section is quite similar, and you can also see the STU button. And the STU balance is linked to her wallet, to her MetaMask wallet or other highly secured wallet that we are working with. We have connected the APIs in our platform to her wallet, so she can basically see the balance live on screen. That doesn't mean in any way that we hold Sophia's tokens or that we have any access to Sophia's private keys. Okay, I want to emphasize that. I will say it once again because some of our testers thought that we have access to your funds. No, that's not the case. Okay, v1.2 will never have any access to the user's funds or private keys. And we'll get to the point, when we will talk in this video about the STU balance and the STU payment in general. Okay, you can basically purchase STU if you don't have any STU in your account, or you can earn STU by working and doing some chores and tasks on the platform. So next button is the currency button, and we currently have Euro and US dollar. We will have some other currencies as well. Okay, so next button is the language, and we currently have English and Russian. We will have more and more languages when we proceed. And I want to just go through quickly on Sophia's dashboard right here. So after the registration process and the login process, you will basically arrive to this dashboard. And on this dashboard, you can see that you have the same search bar that was on the homepage, but still it's a bit different. And the reason it's a bit different is that we added the category list right here. And in addition to the category list, we also added an advanced search. And this is something I want to explain for a second before I'm continuing this review. So this advanced search is something that we thought about a lot during the design process, because when we ask our testers what is the most important thing you would like to see when you are searching for a job, in the advanced section, the most common answer we got is, please let us sort the jobs by payment methods. And this is crucial because, a lot of guys and gals in the cryptocurrency industry would like to get paid with STU or other kind of cryptocurrencies that will be added later. But, for other people, that doesn't matter, one bit, because they don't use cryptocurrency, and that's okay. They don't want to learn about cryptocurrency currently. That's okay as well. So this is why we added a special advanced search option here to choose the payment method you would like to use in our platform. Okay, so when you're searching for a job, you can choose from PayPal to STU to other cryptocurrency we will add in the future. The second search bar here for advanced search is the date and the period. And this is important because many employers usually offer a job per a period of time. Some employers would like a very urgent job to be completed in the next day or the next 2 days. Some will give you a very long period of time to fulfill that job, like a month or a week or the weekend. So when you search for a job, you can just choose by the date, okay? So if you would like to find some relevant task for this upcoming weekend to earn a few bucks, from your home, you could just choose the dates for the upcoming weekend, and you will get all of the relevant jobs that employers are offering in our platform, okay? So that was the search bar section and the advanced search. It's quite easy and quite user-friendly, okay? I will just leave it to you to investigate a bit, but that was the advanced search. So let's talk about the upper section here for a second, okay? So the upper section here has the profile, the jobs, favorite jobs, invoices, and my inbox, okay? Let's start from the profile. This is the most important thing, I believe, and my team also believe in any social platform or P2P platform, because when you're talking about a marketplace, your ID and your profile is the most important thing for you. You want that ID and profile to be completed. You want it to be top-notch, beautiful dynamic resume, so any employer can just search and find you by your resume. So if we'll just press on the Sophia's profile right here, we can just quickly go to the edit student profile. And while I'm pressing the edit student profile, you can see that we've added many features here and many text and information fields for your convenience. You can choose your age, gender, and add your personal website if you have one, okay, your address, email, and this is the fun part, okay, this is the most interesting part. Please add your education. So what we've done here, we've added a special part for the high schools tab, because as you know, many youngsters are just graduating from high school these days. Many youngsters are just beginning their academic period, okay? So they need to fill in their high school. This is a very important feature that many have asked us, okay? So you can just press on your high school feature. If you will go to the university tab, you can choose a university, and we've added many, many, many universities all around North America, all around Asia, all around Europe, in the Middle East as well, in Russia. This list is very, very long, and we decided to do that because a lot of students ask us, let's just make a unified list. Don't let us write our own university text. That caused us a few issues, but we've done that. You can just add additional description. So let's just move on. And if you see, we have an experience tabs right here, and the experience tab are divided to two sections. One is for work experience, and the work experience is not this is not an experience you did on bitJob, okay? This is your own life experience. So I'm considering the fact that some of the freelancers and the youngsters that will work on bitJob have worked before, okay? And they want to share this experience with the community and with the employers. This is why we've added this section. If you can see, we also have a bitJob project tab experience. This is something you cannot change. I can't even go into that tab because it's automatic. It's already listed on your profile automatically once you are done with any job. Once the employer is paying you, is ranking you, and give you the best reputation for that job, that will be shown here in the bitJob project tab automatically with a nice logo of the employer and everything that someone needs to know about that job, okay? So we won't let you do that by yourself like in any other social media profile, like on LinkedIn when you need to build your own profile. So in bitJob, the platform is automatically get filled by your experience on board. What you've done here is going to be uploaded to your resume. And this is a dynamic resume, a special dynamic resume we are developing on Ethereum blockchain, okay? Here we can see the skills and the strength, okay? And this is very nice. You can choose from dozens of skills. You can see, obviously, it depends on your degree and your experience and your occupational experience and the stuff you're looking for. But any student or any youngster and freelancer on bitJob platform can choose his skills. Many of us today are all-around players, as we like to call it, right? We know to do some schedule management, we know to do some SQL and maybe some software engineering, but it's not all, because sometimes we know how to do accounting as well, and bookkeeping and analysis. So every one of us has its own special skills. And this is exactly what we wanted to do here. We wanted to let you have the opportunity to list the skills you are most proud of and list the strengths you are most proud of. So Sophia is very efficient in her job, okay? She's very flexible, she's motivated, and innovation is a big part of her life. So she chose those strengths, okay? But you can choose from a very long list of strengths right here. This is a nice feature, and all of the stuff you're seeing here will be automatically shown in your dynamic resume. Okay, so the last section is the language section, and we like to show the language in a very special way with some kind of a grade. Okay, we like to do that. So because visually it's much more nice, and people can automatically understand if you have more of native Arabic or Chinese. I can immediately see that Chinese is a weak language for Sophia, but Polish is a very second strong language for Sophia, which I see Arabic as the first one. Okay, so the last section here is the affiliate and payment. So that's the interesting stuff. Okay, affiliate, we will talk about that in a different video I'm going to prepare especially for our affiliate program and our ambassador program. Okay, but affiliate is basically a social mining feature we are preparing, guys. Social mining, this is the term. It's a special term bitJob is using. bitJob is actually using the social mining feature in order to allow the user, the student, the employer, anyone that is using the bitJob platform to invite his friends, and not only invite his friends, also suggest jobs to other people. So you can basically earn tokens, cryptocurrency, or PayPal, fiat, US dollars using our platform, even if you're not taking any job to yourself, just recommending it to your friends. Okay, this is why the affiliate feature is here. You will get a special link right here if you would like to join that. And the last section is the payment. I will show you the payment features later on in this video once we get Sophia her payment from the employer. But here in this section, you can choose if Sophia would like to get paid by address account, by just PayPal email account, or by her Stu wallet account. And the STU wallet account is mainly an Ethereum address, right? Because STU is based on Ethereum blockchain. But the interesting thing here is that you don't have to choose. You can just write both of your wallets, the PayPal one and the STU one. But you must bear in mind and remember that the employer can search you by your payment mean. Okay, many employers would like to pay in cryptocurrency. We see that every day. Many would like to pay with PayPal. So some of them are even searching using our advanced search algorithm. So this is a nice feature, and we can talk about that later when we will see Sophia getting paid by her employer. Okay, I think that's it for the profile. We can close that for now. So guys, you can see that once we close the edit profile, we basically return to the dynamic resume, and this resume is still under work with our designers, and it will be finalized to our beta version. But I just wanted to let you know that we are working on a beautiful dynamic resume, and this page, similar to other social media platforms and marketplaces, will eventually summarize all the stuff that we've just seen in the student profile edit. You can see the skills section and the strengths. You can see the languages. You can see some nice section for the bitJob projects. And as I told you before, for example, this project is something that Sophia has done inside a marketplace, so it's automatically shown here. Those two jobs are something we added manually as a previous experience, and it's divided here with this separator. And we are also working on a very special printable resume. It's a very unique dynamic resume. It's built on top of the blockchain, and it's going to be specially designed, okay, to be printed with PDF, with QR code, with a direct link to your account in the bitJob marketplace. So that will be ready very soon, the printable resume, and it's built on top of the information you gathered inside of your profile, okay? So, guys, that was the profile. Let's proceed to the My Jobs section. Okay, so I pressed on the My Jobs section, and under the My Jobs section, I want to emphasize a few things. First, you can see that it's a very nice UI. It's basically showing all of the jobs Sophia has applied for. And some of those jobs, you can see the status bar right here. Some of the jobs Sophia applied for got approved, okay? And the employer wanted to work with Sophia, so he just hired her. Some of the jobs Sophia wanted weren't approved yet, so it's just under the offer status still, okay? Some were already done. Some got payment, some got declined. some of Sophia's jobs got a dispute, okay? And I will talk about the dispute resolution center later on, but we also have a very interesting feature over there, the dispute and resolution center, basically covering you as our user, and it doesn't matter if you're an employer or a freelancer on the bitJob platform, you will be covered because we have an excellent dispute center to cover any argument between two sides. And, I just want to go through a few of Sophia's jobs. So you can see we have a few test jobs here. Few of her jobs is actually for an employer named Checkpoint, which, again, this is a test employer. It is not a real employer. So I'm just using the Checkpoint logo. It doesn't mean we are collaborating with Checkpoint or Checkpoint is an actual employer on our platform, but it's just a demonstration, okay? So, for example, Checkpoint company, which is a big IT company, a security IT company, they want Sophia to write a poem, okay, for some reason. So it's a good example because, you can see that Checkpoint also offered C+ programming, but that is still available. The writing a poem is under the offer status. So it's a completely two different statuses. And I will explain why. Because in this case, Checkpoint offered the C programming to everybody. It's a public offer, okay? So that's the reason it's available. It's available to everybody. But in this case, Checkpoint specifically addressed Sophia because they wanted to offer her specifically this job. So it's not a public position they published on our platform. It's an offer. So what happened here, Sophia just got the offer and she can decide if she wants to take the job or reject the offer, okay? She can also chat with the employer on our pop-up message here. She can also press on the more button. That will allow Sophia to get some more information about the job because everybody needs to know a bit more than just the description, right? That's the category right here. And here is the chat. So the chat with the employer is a very nice UI with the avatars. So that's Sophia's job. And she can see, for example, how many days are left for this specific position. So you can see that this position actually ended. The deadline was July 3rd, okay? But you can see it was published on June 26th. So Sophia had like 7 days, approximately 7 days, to take the job. But she missed it, okay? So she missed it, and now you can see 0 days are left. But in addition, it's important for me to explain that the payment is also here. So Checkpoint approached Sophia and told her, listen, please write a poem for me. You have 6 days to write this poem, and I'm paying 600 STUs. We can just go back to the My Job list. And you can also sort the job. So if Sophia wants to see only the offers she's got, okay, not some other available jobs she liked and she pinpointed, okay, only the offers. So she can just choose the status, and see how many offers she's got. She got 2. So for that example, of course, it's just a test version, right? You can also choose by the deadline date because some of our employers are very strict with the deadline. So if Sophia wants to see, wow, I got to see what is the deadline for the jobs I got hired to do, so you can list and sort it by your deadline, okay? Obviously, the most urgent one will be shown up front. Right? If we just choose all jobs, you have a big list of all of your statuses. So it's pending, offer, available, done, dispute. Okay, this is interesting because Checkpoint probably got Sophia to write them a design white paper, but it didn't went too good, right? So it went to dispute status because someone opened a dispute. It could be Checkpoint employer or Sophia. Someone opened a dispute about this matter. Okay, so the status for this job is under dispute. So it's very important to realize that by managing your statuses, you can always know what's going on. you can always know what's available for you, what's active, and what is done. Okay, it's time to talk about the favorite jobs tab. And the favorite jobs actually starts from the homepage. Let's go back to the homepage. You can see that under the homepage, under the suitable jobs according to your skill set, Sophia can mark and star jobs that are a favorite for her, jobs that she wants you put under the favorite tab, even if she's not applying at the moment, okay? So this is what she's done. Sophia has a few of those star jobs right here, okay, under the favorite tab. And you can see that for some of those jobs, for example, the biotech analysis, she already applied because you don't see any button here, okay? But for this job, for example, she didn't apply yet. So you can just have that button right here for applying for that specific job. Okay, so it's a very unique feature. And I think it's very, very usable. Many of our testers and users like that feature because sometimes you just go through so many jobs, right, in your search, and you just want to star them. Even if you don't want to apply, just star them and keep them aside. So you can do that under the favorite job. So, okay, I want to talk about the invoices tab right here. We talked about favorite jobs and my jobs and the profile of Sophia. But one of the things that we got from our testers community and many of our users is please allow us to see the invoices list. Please allow us to see the financial part so we know exactly who paid us, and we got to get an official invoices from that employer. And in this section, I would like to emphasize that bitJob is not providing invoices because we are not hiring any of the freelancers. This is a P2P marketplace, a peer-to-peer marketplace, meaning the student or the freelance is directly employed by the employer. Okay, so the employer is also responsible for providing the invoice for the specific task or job the freelance has done. But here in this section, I still want to show you a very minimal demo of how this section will look like. Obviously, if the employer chooses to pay with PayPal, you will get an invoice from PayPal directly in your email. Okay, so I cannot show you that here unless you give me an authorization to do that, and then our APIs can hook and link to the PayPal confirmation section, and I can even show you the PayPal invoices right here in this list. But for this section, I'm talking about the cryptocurrency invoices, which I can control and show you because the balances are also shown in your wallet and profile. So here in this example, we can see that Checkpoint, the demo employer we used, has paid Sophia for its PR translation job and paid a payment of 800 STUs. Okay, you can also view the invoices and download them, okay, to your computer. So so we completed the invoices section, and we are just jumping ahead here to the My Inbox tags. And My Inbox tab is probably the tab that you will use more often in our platform because it's basically your internal email, okay? And it's not just your internal email. You must understand we have linked the inbox inside the bitJob platform directly to your email account. So you will get any notification and any email that you got to your inbox in the web app directly to your email client. It could be Gmail or other clients you're using, okay? So it's a very simple UI, and we chose to do that because you don't need more than that. Look how easy it is to just send a new message, okay? I can just choose the receiver, and if I want, I can just type an email or type one of the employers I'm working with, okay? And you have the opportunity to also send a new message to any user in bitJob platform, to any user or any outside external email. So it's a great feature. It is working exactly like an email client, and it allows you to quickly send any message to anyone inside the bitJob platform. You can also see the unread messages and the sent box right here. You can choose if you want to sort it out by companies, and this actually is an admin feature and it won't be shown in your client version. Okay, you can read it. You can read exactly the correspondings between both sides. You can reply to it. And if you want, you can also print it and tag it. So this is the feature of the message box. Okay, guys, I think we are about to complete the studential section of this tutorial. I will now end this part and I will renew the video when I'm logged in to the employer side. Okay, we will discuss the employer side of the marketplace, and I will show you the different menus and tabs and informative sections in the employer side. Thank you for now. We will discuss. Welcome to the second part of our video tutorial about our beta release. And in this part of the video, I'm going to show you the employer side. And the employer side of our marketplace is quite different from the studential side. The employer side has its own special managing tools, different tabs to control at the same time dozens of students. You got to understand, if you are an employer yourself, you probably know how hard it is to manage employees, and especially employees that work online for you. And this is exactly what we've done here. We've built some very unique features to allow the employers to control everything with ease. Okay, so let's just get started. Let's dig in, and I will show you some different tabs and functionalities we created for the employer side of the platform. Let's do it. I'm super excited. Okay, so you can see on the top menu here, we have the current project, we have the vacancies, my student, my profile, favorite list, and my inbox. You can also see that we have a new button here that you haven't seen before in the studential side, which is the publish a new job. And this is an important section. Obviously, any employer needs to publish his jobs on the platforms, and I will show you in a minute how we can do that. 60 seconds, that's all it takes to publish a job on the bitJob marketplace. And on the lower section, you can see our search bar, and the search bar is also a bit different from the studential side. The employers have their special needs, as we discussed before. So you can see that you can choose skills instead of categories. So if in the studential side, the freelance can choose categories in order to filter his jobs, here on the employer side, the employer needs to search for students, right? He doesn't need to search for jobs. So in order to search for students, he can filter the skills he would like to choose from. We also have advanced search option, and it's quite different from the one you saw on the studential side. The reason for that is that the employer has its own special needs. The employer needs to choose the student from a very wide database of students. Think of how tough it is, okay? If we have hundreds of students waiting to get a job, and you need to choose from that list, you need to have a solid and professional filter system so the algorithm can recommend the suitable students for your needs if you're an employer on the bitJob platform. So we can see that we have a language for the desired student. If you want a Spanish or a Russian student, you can choose that. And you also have the payment method, and we talked about that as well. This is a very important thing. Guys, you should fill in all of the data in your profile so the employer can find you very easily when he's filtering the advanced search, okay? The employer can also search for a specific year. If you're a freshman or just graduated student, the employer wants to know that, okay? He wants to find you based on that information. Again, based on the information of your degree, I can filter the results for the employer as well, okay? So after we covered the dashboard right here with this search bar, I want to talk about the publish of a new job. So this button, the publish button, is something that I want to show you right now, just before we dig in to the menus and tabs here, okay? So when an employer wants to publish a new job, you can do that so easily. You can do that with 60 seconds, that's all. Okay, let's just press the button and see what happens. So you can see that we have a very nice UI. You can fill in the data easily and quickly, and I will do that with you right now. So when publishing a new job, it is important for us to allow the employer, and in this example, it's the checkpoint employer. As I told you, it's not a real employer in our platform. It's just a demo employer, okay? You can choose the category you would like to publish the job for. So in my example, I'm choosing the law category, and I will just write down law intern for 1 week during nights. Okay, this is my demand. I would like to get a law intern for 1 week during nights. Let's just press on next. Okay, so in the second screen here, you can see a very nice UI, and you can immediately see two sections. One is the public or private job. The second part right here is the ongoing job or the one-timer job. I will choose the set start and end date, and you guys saw in the beginning of this review that the student can actually choose and filter the job he get based on this exact date, okay? And description of the job, I can just write whatever I want here. I need an intern for 1 week during nights. Okay, as I wrote before, I would like you to be a second-year student with a great passion for law. Okay, so that's my short description. The next step here is the attachment, and you know what? Not all of the jobs are including attachments, but if you do have some kind of an attachment, it can be your design needs, it can be some PDF, images, CSVs, whatever you need to do as an employer, you can do right here. You can just browse your computer and attach the file, okay? And usually that could be done also in the later stage. Once you hire the student, only then you want to move the material, because sometimes those are encrypted or some secret papers you want to move to that student. So you can do that even after you get him hired. So let's just continue to the next section. Okay, this is the third and last section of the new job publish, and it's quite easy to understand. We have two different kind of setups here. One is fixed price and one is hourly. So we gave both options right here. We also gave the payment method. If you would like to choose STU, you can do that, and also PayPal. That doesn't matter, you can do that as well. So for this example, I will choose STU and I will write down a price, let's say 150 STUs, okay? So in this example, I will just write down 2 hours. I will approve the terms and condition. And guys, this section is very important. You will have an hyperlink right here. You should read the terms and conditions and read them again and again, so you will know everything you need to know about your relations with the employer. And for the employer side, same goes to you. Once you publish a new job, you should read that and understand exactly what are the relations regarding taxations and legal matters when you are hiring an online freelancer on the bitJob's marketplace. So let's just move forward here. I can save this job as a draft and come back to it later. But in this case, I would like to publish it, okay? So I'm just publishing it. I automatically got a message that this job was successfully published. And that's it, guys. That's it. So after seeing the publish of a new job and seeing how easy it is to publish a new job in the bitJob's marketplace, I would like to talk a bit about some of the tabs we have here on the upper menu. And I want to go over everything today because we will create different tutorials for different parts of the system, but I do want to go over the current projects. And the current project is similar to the My Jobs tab in the studential part, but here for the employer side, whatever project or jobs you have going right now, you can control them and you can manage them right here and now under the current projects section. So for example, we saw that before, guys. You remember when we discussed Sophia as our student, we saw that she has an ongoing PR translation job with this employer, right? And you know, this job was already over and done with, and this is the reason the status was changed to done. But we can see all of the students that have worked on this project. And I want to remember you, the employers on our platform, you can hire more than one student for one single project, okay? And this is why we created this section called students. Under each of your projects, you will see the list of students that are now active or have participated in any way in working on your project. So, for example, if you hired 5 different students to overcome one task, you will see all 5 right here. You will see the 5 of them under the student spots, okay? Now, this is quite similar to the statuses we have on the studential side, but what you can see as well as an employer, you can duplicate the project, and that's a nice feature because sometimes you have a recurring project, and if you have one completed and the next day or week you have another PR translation to do, you can just duplicate the project by pressing this button, and you will have a completely new project with new dates in it. Okay, so that's a nice feature, and it makes your life much more easier as an employer. So next tab is the vacancies, and that's a very important tab for the employer side. Remember, guys, we just published a new job, and under the vacancies list, I can show you exactly the listings we just published, because vacancies means the system will show you all of the jobs and projects you published but are not yet taken by any student. You haven't hired anyone to perform those tasks, and they are still available, okay? So they are not under the current project tab, they are under the vacancies. So let's just scroll down. This is what we just published today. For 150 STUs, there are 8 days left and no students in the list, okay? So what you can do as an employer, if you want to hire someone, this is still under the offer status. If you want to hire anyone for this specific project, you can invite them from your favorite list, or you can search a student for that project. So this is a quite interesting feature because our platform enables you and also alerts you in our notification system that you haven't found any student for your job. So the system will just prompt you to search a student because we honestly want to find you the best match possible, okay? So you can search for one or you can invite one from your favorite list. So another tab here is My Students. It is same as the favorite list, but the difference is that under My Students is the students that are now working for me or worked for me before. On the favorite list, you can find students that you just starred or marked from any other project, okay? So this section is not only for students who worked for you, but also for students from other projects that you would like to star and invite, okay? You can invite them right here. You can just select a project, an open project that you have on your system as an employer. If I need to write a poem, I can just tag Sophia and invite her. The second I'm inviting Sophia, she will get a message, she will get an email and notification that someone has invited her to get this job, okay? So I can, by the way, I can also send a text message right here in our text box. It will be automatically notified by our system to Sophia. So the last tab I want to show you right now in the employer part is the My Profile. So you can see that under the edit profile for the employer, you have some different parts and different features than you guys saw on the studential profile. And the reason for that is that obviously as a company and even as a freelance employer, right, you will need to share some of the data that the students or the freelance would like to see. The employees needs to know something about you. They need to know your social channels. They need to know your foundation year, how many workers you have in your company. Okay, they need to know your website, where are your headquarters. You can also choose a map, an address in our map. That's a nice feature. You can also choose your billing address, affiliate link, and payment means. And that's important because even if you are the one that is paying, you still need to implement your PayPal ID and wallets, okay, for STUs. So that's the edit profile section for the employer. It's quite so the last tab here is the My Inbox, and actually this is exactly the same as the student section of the inbox. We got that covered over there. You can see that everything you do in the marketplace on the platform is presented in your inbox. So for example, we just created a new job, a new project for the law intern, as you guys just saw. So immediate, I got an inbox message from the system that a new project has been created, okay, and that it was successfully posted on your job opportunity. So that's nice. And you also get the same alert and notification to your email client, your personal email client. So you can also see that we can divide that to unread, sent, and starred. Okay, that is it for now for the employer section of the system. This is the dashboard. We got all those tabs covered. We got the button here covered and also the advanced search. Okay, guys. So the next section of this review will be to create a complete scenario, which I will show you in a minute, a full cycle between both sides, our checkpoint employer and our devoted Sophia, our student. So stay tuned for our third and last part of this video. Thank you so much. So welcome to the third and last section of our beta review. So in this section, I will show you a full cycle, a full scenario between the employer side and the student side. This is the last and final part of our review and tutorial for this beta version. And I'm very anxious and excited to get started, okay? We will see exactly how the employer can publish a new job, how the student can be alerted and notified by our notifications and inbox system. You will see how the student can apply for that job and eventually get hired. So let's just dig in. I will start by publishing a new job from the employer, and we will see what's going to happen next. Okay, so let's just publish this job and we'll see what happened next. So I just moved to Sophia's profile. Okay, so let's bear in mind here that Sophia is a very capable girl. Okay, she has a great skill set and she might be also an engineering intern. So let's see what happened next. I will choose from the categories, the engineering categories, because I'm looking for an engineer intern, right? So I will choose the keyword intern and press on search. What's going to happen next is I'm going to get exactly the result I'm expecting. We just got, and remember, this is Sophia's profile because I'm going to move back and forth between Sophia's profile and the employer side profile because I want to show you both ends of the cycle, okay? I want to show you exactly how both ends will see this scenario. So in this example, Sophia has searched for an intern job with engineering category and she just got this engineering intern a test job application for a second-year intern engineer, and that's exactly what she's looking for, right? So let's just press on apply. I've headed back to the employer side, and I'm expecting to see in my inbox once again that I got a new bid from someone to my job proposal, right? Because Sophia just applied for it. So if I will go to my inbox, the first message I will see in my inbox is that student Sophia just made a bid on the project engineering intern for a night job. So what happens next is that the employee is being prompted and notified by the system, also in his email client about that. Okay, you can see that a student just applied for his job. So let's. Okay, so guys, I just want to move forward a bit here with this scenario. So we've seen the employer get an alert to his inbox that basically one of the students has applied and placed a bid for that specific engineering job. So after that, let's imagine that our employer in this example has approved and actually hired Sophia for that specific job. Next step for Sophia is that she's going to get an alert on her side that the employer has hired her to perform and fulfill this task. Okay, she's obviously very glad. She's anxious to get started. And after the weekend, she's completed the task. Okay, it took her a few days, but now she has completed the task and she wants to notify the employer that the job has completed and she has basically finished all of her chores and tasks with this project. Okay, so let's just take it from here. This is the page that Sophia is going to press on the finish button in order to place a message to the employer side letting him know the task is completed. Okay, I did that. Immediately, you can see that my job has been changed to confirmation status. And confirmation status is basically saying that this job is currently being audited and being under the confirmation phase by the employer. And we will go now to see the employer side of those relations and see how the employer is now getting the alert and the message from the system that Sophia has finally got this job done. Okay, so I'm in the employer side once again, and you can see that the system automatically notifying me on under my inbox the opportunity you posted has been completed. Let's see under the current projects of my employer here. Let's see the status. Okay, the status is under confirmation, and you can immediately see that if I'm an employer, I can decide if I want to confirm the job because I'm satisfied with the job Sophia did. So I can also open a dispute in the resolution center and basically involve the bitJob audit team in this case, okay? But for now, I don't have any issue with Sophia. She did an excellent job, and I want to confirm the job. I want to confirm it, which it basically means that I'm satisfied with the job and I'm willing to move to the final step of the payment, okay? So let's just confirm the job. I did that, and for now, I just want to move back into Sophia's profile, okay, just to let you see that under my inbox, the system are letting me know the employer has confirmed your work. Your status has changed to payment. Wow, that's great news. The employer will pay for the work within 14 days of confirmation. Now, if I'm Sophia, I would like to see the status of that work under my jobs, right? So under my jobs, I can just choose again, I choose the status, the desired status of payment, because I know that this task specifically is going to be paid within 14 days. Okay, so again, I can chat with the employer if I want. I can see some more details about the job, or I can open a dispute. But for now, if I'm the student, I can't do much more. I just need to wait for the payment. Okay, let's just move back again to the employer side, and then I will show you how I'm going to pay Sophia with the payment mean she will choose. So under the employer side, once again, under the inbox, I can have an alert that I'm inside the payment stage. And payment stage means that I can choose under the statuses sorting to see only the payments I have to pay. Because if I'm managing dozens of jobs and projects in parallel, it will be a hard time, honestly, a hard time to track all of my jobs. So the system is helping you by notifying you, by alerting you to your inbox and email client, and also by filtering out your jobs. So once in a while, if you just filter by payment and you can see the status is under payment, you know that you need to check, you need to pay that specific someone if you are desired to do that and if you are satisfied with this job. Okay, and for now I can see that Sophia is my student. I like her job. I like Sophia. She's very professional, and I can move on to the payment section. So let's just press on the payment button right here and we'll see what happened next. Okay, so now you can see a payment pop up, and you have all the details, the order number and the date. You have the employer name and the student name. Everything here is hyperlinked, so you can just press on Sophia or press on the employer just to move quickly to their profiles, okay? I have the company name and the project name. And here I have the payment. I have a total of 199 STUs. In this case, I know the system knows that I chose to pay with STUs, and this is the reason why it's automatically under the bitJob tag here, okay? I can also choose this radio box right here and pay with PayPal, but for now, for this example, the system alerts me that PayPal account is not verified, okay? Because I also know that Sophia is a student that really likes to work with STU. So I will just press on the bitJob's section and press on pay. It's that easy. And when I'm pressing on pay, guys, let me just tell you what's going to happen next. On the live version, what will happen next is that you will get a notification in your MetaMask wallet to move your payment, your student coin or Ethereum tokens to the other side. You will also get the specific address from the student profile, because if you remember, I showed you that the student needs to insert his address in his profile. And once I press on pay, you will see that you get a payment successfully message. So this confirmation allows you to understand the payment has moved forward between your wallet and the student wallet, and it is now being processed on Ethereum blockchain. And bear in mind, as I told you before, bitJob is not involved in any way in your funding or payment process. Okay, this is not something bitJob can touch in any way. As I told you before, we are not involved in any way in the payment process. This is a direct payment from the employer to the student, both in the PayPal API and also in the Ethereum wallet, okay, based on Ethereum blockchain. So in this example, I want to move forward. I can print the invoice. I can also send the invoice to my email, or I can just press on finish. So let's just press on finish and see what happens next. I have a very nice UI for the ranking and reputation feature. And guys, this is a very important feature. You should rank the student based on his skill set, okay? Based on the job he just completed for you. And I can also say, hi, you did a great job, okay? Once I've submitted that, let's see what happens to the other side. Okay, let's see what happens to Sophia once I've submitted the payment and also submitted the reputation. Let's go to the inbox. Wow, I just got a new message. You have received your payment. Hi, Sophia. Now that you have received your payment, it is time to rank your employer. So the system here is basically alerting Sophia, you got the payment, but please don't forget to rank the employer, because ranking and reputation is very important on both sides. Okay, now let's see how Sophia is going to rank the employer. So Sophia is going to head back to the My Job tab, and she's going to filter the My Job tab with the ranking option, and you can immediately see that I have only one ranking option right here. Okay, if I'll press on more, I can see the details of the completed job, which is under the ranking status. I can see the description, the payment that I got, and I can also see the employer reputation section. It's exactly the same as the other side, as the employer side, but here you have different criterias. Okay, you have the response time, payment on time, clear instructions, and guidance. Okay, so you can rank the employer as you wish, and you can just write great employer, pleasure to work with you, and that's it. I've just submitted my ranking. Okay, and you can see the status has been changed to done. And this is the final and last status. There's no other additional statuses. What will happen next in the employer side is that we can see that the opportunity is done. Okay, the system is letting the employer know he got ranked by the student. And if we go back to the student side, and this is the last part of this demonstration, you're probably asking yourself, if Sophia's just completed this task, I would expect it to be on Sophia's profile. So let's see. Here it is. Okay. I've just got a new bitJob project experience under the bitJob part, engineering intern for a night job. Okay. So you can see that I haven't done that myself, as I told you before, not like any other social accounts you have. In bitJob, you don't need to fill in your experience. What you've done on this marketplace will be presented automatically in your dynamic resume. And this is a very important feature. So that was the end of our tutorial. That concludes the last and third part of this long review of the beta platform. Guys and girls, I really hope you enjoyed it. It was a great experience for me. I honestly looking forward for your rejects and feedback. I'm super excited and very anxious to see what you have in mind, what you think of the upcoming beta version of the bitJob platform. Please stay tuned and register to our newsletter. We will notify you in the next few weeks exactly what is the official release date of the beta version. I hope you will like it, and I'm looking forward for your feedback and rejects. Thank you so much. Be safe. Bye-bye.